Welcome back, coin collectors, to another exciting episode of Coin Discovery Old Zone. Today video this coin 1961 cent coin, which is known to be worth a staggering $3.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, made of copper, can be worth millions. So stick around, because this is one video you don't want to miss. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our exciting coin content. Now, let's start with the basics. The 1961 cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Cent, was part of a large series of coins produced by the United States Mint from 1909 to 1958. But what makes the 1960 penny stand out is its rarity and its unique history. If you're thinking about pennies in general, you might not realize that there are some out there that can be worth way more than just 1 cent. Most of us have tossed pennies into jars, but there are certain ones you should definitely keep an eye on. The design of the 1961 cent coin features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the front side, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, the back side. The coin's composition was primarily copper, and it weighed around 3.11 grams. Here's where things get really interesting. The 1961 cent coin comes in two distinct varieties, the small date and the large date. Both were minted in 1960, but their design differences are what set them apart. The small date version is particularly rare and highly sought after by collectors. So, how do you spot the difference? Well, it's actually all about the size of the numbers on the coin. The small date has a more compact design for the 9 and 0 in the year 1960, whereas the large date has numbers that are noticeably larger. It's a subtle detail, but to a serious collector, this small difference can make a huge impact on value. But here's where it gets really exciting. The small date variety of the 1960 penny is the one that's the most valuable. In fact, one of these pennies recently sold for over $3.5 million at auction. And you might be wondering, what makes this coin so special? The million-dollar question. Why is this penny worth so much? Well, to understand that, we need to take a deeper look at the history and rarity of the coin. You see, in 1960, the U.S. Mint produced a large number of pennies, but only a few had this small date variety. Initially, most of these coins were thought to be from a simple minting mistake. The small number of these small date coins that survived is what gives them such a high value today. The $3.5 million coin we're talking about was sold at auction by a private collector who had kept it in pristine condition for decades. And in the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. The one that fetched millions was graded at MS-67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, which means it was in near-perfect condition. This was a huge factor in its high price, as collectors and investors are always searching for coins that have been well preserved. Coin grading can be a whole topic of its own, but to briefly explain, coins are graded based on their condition, which ranges from poor to mint state. An MS-67 grade means that the coin is nearly flawless, which is what makes this specific 1960 small date penny so valuable. So, how can you spot a valuable 1960 penny? Well, first, check the date. As we mentioned, the small date version is the rare one. So if you find a 1960 penny, take a moment to carefully examine the numbers. If you notice the numbers are smaller and closer together, you might just have a winner. If the numbers look larger or more spaced out, you've got a large date, which is still a cool coin but won't fetch the same value. Also, always pay attention to the condition of the coin. Even a small date coin in poor condition might not reach the same high value as one that's well preserved. Alright, now that you know how to spot a potentially valuable 1960 penny, let's go over a few tips for collecting and preserving your coins. First, always store your coins properly. Use acid-free holders or capsules to protect them from environmental damage like moisture or dirt. The last thing you want is to accidentally ruin the value of a rare coin by mishandling it. Second, if you think you found a valuable coin, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded. Not only will it increase the coin's value, but it will also help you confirm its authenticity. Who knew that something as simple as a penny could be worth millions, right? Remember, rare coins can be hidden in plain sight, so always keep an eye out for the next big find. And who knows, you might just find a 1960 small date penny that could be worth value piece of currency. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe. Coin Discovery Old Zone. See you next video.